Go time.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the UIC College Week Live video. My name is Patricia Chebet and I am a counselor in the Office of Admissions over here at UIC. I do focus on transfer students. I deal with the city colleges here in the city of Chicago. I welcome you here today. I am going to basically just give you a general overview of UIC with a PowerPoint slide presentation, and please feel free to ask questions throughout the presentation. If anything comes up, I'll keep an eye on the question portion of the screen so that I can answer those questions as we go along. And afterwards I'll also open it up again for more questions, for any additional questions, and I'll try to bring up some very important points that transfer students do bring up to us throughout our normal daily visits. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with our video presentation. Now, a little bit about UIC. Here at UIC, we are known as a publicly funded university. We are a research university. What this means is that research plays a very important role in the way that you're taught in your classrooms and in the way that you interact with your fellow students and with your professors. Now, research does help our students. It allows us to give our students much more opportunity. In addition to just your regular classes, it's nice to have that on your resume as well, if you can say that you've conducted research. And yes, we do indeed offer research as part of an undergraduate program. And I will talk a little bit more on that as soon as we get to that particular slide. Now, one nice thing about being a research university is that we are able to we do have funding that comes in for our research, and this funding is put in place, it goes right back into our facilities, and these facilities do offer our professors and our students a great advantage as far as your learning environment and your research environment. Now, a little bit about academic opportunities. Now, here at UIC, we have 15 academic colleges. So when you come to UIC, we're going to ask you what college you're interested in going into. Now, we do have a huge variety of degree programs for our undergraduate students. We have 71 undergraduate majors and 60 minors. Now, what this means for you as a student is this: if you should come in as undecided, or at any point in time you decide to change your major or even add a major, more than likely we'll have exactly what you need right here at UIC. So rather than changing universities, you would just do what we call an inter-college transfer, and transfer from one of our colleges right into one of our other colleges. Now, here at UIC, we have over 27,000 students, and you may think with that many students we have large class sizes. Well, actually, our average class size is only 30 students. Now, you may find that when you do first come into UIC, if you have any general education courses that you do have to take, or any courses that are required for your particular degree program, some of your class sizes may be a little bit larger, let's say anywhere from 100 to 300 students. However, those class sizes are broken down into smaller groups, and I will explain that in just a moment. Now, you'll also find that once you start to focus on different classes for your major, that is when your class sizes are going to dwindle down a great deal. So when you get into more focused study, you're going to see your class sizes go down even to anywhere from 5 to 15 students. Okay, so that's really nice to have that personal attention. Now, when it comes to our larger class sizes, what we will do here at UIC is normally our students will have the first 2 days of the week, let's say a Monday and a Wednesday, for example, where you will actually have the professor speaking in front of your class, conducting their presentation. Okay, this is when you will get the initial information. Then, usually on a third day of the week, you will sit down with your TA or teacher's assistant, and they will go over and review what it was the professor taught throughout the beginning of the week, and they will also make sure that they answer your questions or go over any homework or explain to you any assignments that are to be completed. So the third day, they usually will break down those classes into smaller groups. So you'll find that your third day in that class will actually have maybe 20 to 25 students that you'll be dealing with. So that'll give you a little more comfortable space for you to sit down with the TA and ask questions and get to know the TA a little bit. Also, many of all of our professors actually have office hours, as do our TAs. These office hours are ideal for you to get to know your professors, to ask questions, to perhaps go over an exam that you just took, or to ask questions about a paper that's due. Now, when you're in a class of 300 students, it's going to be a little more difficult for your professor to get to know everyone. This is when office hours are fantastic for our students to go in and meet their professors. Our professors here at UIC are very approachable. Very often, if you cannot make their office hours, they will make separate hours for you. They'll meet with you, they'll Skype with you, they will talk with you over email, whatever is convenient for them. Very often they will, they'll go email back and forth or they'll text you if necessary, but they are very, very approachable. They want to make sure that they are available for their students. Now here at UIC, we do understand that everyone's transition into the university is going to be different. For some of us, it will be a little bit harder, and for others, we'll just hit that occasional bump in the road. That's very common, and we understand this. So we have put in place a number of different support services for our students. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful here at UIC. And some of these support services include the Writing Center, the Math and Science Learning Center, the Language and Culture Learning Center, but we also have the Undergraduate Success Center, which is located in the center of our East Campus. And there you can go in, they have advisors, they have counselors, individuals who would love to speak to their students. You can make appointments with them, you can go meet with them more than once a semester to make sure you're on track. These support services do a number of different things. Many of them will offer you free counseling. Some have advisors where you can go in and you can plan out your scheduling and make sure you're on track. Others have counselors who can help you if you're having a bad day, you just need to talk to somebody, or if you have any questions, they're there to help. And some of these support programs will offer you special events and workshops that are fantastic for our students to attend. It will help you get through your stay here at UIC, through your classes, and even into your future job or graduate school. Some of these programs will include things such as resume writing, interviewing techniques, up to time management skills, how to manage your time, also how to manage test anxiety, homework helpers. They do a lot of wonderful things for our students. Some of them will send you emails that have scholarship opportunities, so it's always good to get in touch with some of these support services. They are there to help our students, so no matter who you are, when you come in, they want to talk to you, they want to see you. That's what their job is, so they're very, very helpful. Now here at UIC, we also have some additional options for you as well over and above your regular curriculum. Now, one of these is our undergraduate research experience. Now, even as an undergraduate here at UIC, you are welcome and encouraged, actually, to conduct research. Now, through our undergraduate research experience, you would go online and you would register with them, look at their website. On their website, they have listed a number of different, actually, all of the professors who are currently conducting research, who have a listing. You can go down the list and you can see if there's anything that you're interested in helping out with. If you find perhaps a professor who is conducting research that you're really interested in, you're more than welcome to go in and talk to them. And if they decide to bring you on board, you don't have to have any particular experience. You don't have to have a specific class under your belt. You can just go in and begin doing research with them. They will help guide you through the entire process. Now, we have had researchers do anything from medicine to working with animals to crime in the city of Chicago, police corruption, serial killers. You can probably do just about any type of research that you're interested in, and all you need to do is find a professor that will help guide you through the program. Now, another opportunity that we have is our internship programs. Here, being in the city of Chicago, we do have a number of different internship opportunities for our students. These internship programs do a lot of great things for our students. First of all, they offer you the opportunity to go out before you graduate and test the waters, so to speak. So you get to know, if that's exactly the route that you want to take your degree. Perhaps once you get out there, you decide that you want to take it down a different avenue. That's the time to do that before you actually graduate and commit to a full-time job. Also, Internships are a great way to network. Networking is vital to college students. You know, a lot of students will go out into the working world with a degree, but it's even better to go out into the world with a degree and work experience. That work experience is priceless. You're getting to know people who are already out there working in that industry. Network when you network with individuals, perhaps if you need a letter of recommendation, whether it be for graduate school or for jobs someday, you're making those connections and getting to know people. Very, very important to our students. Another program that's very interesting here at UIC is our Study Abroad program. We work with over 50 countries throughout the world in almost any field of study. You can study abroad for a year, for a semester, or for a summer term. You pay the same tuition rate there that you would pay here, so you don't have to pay anything extra. Also, our Study Abroad office works very closely with our students to ensure that you have everything that you need to successfully study abroad. Now, it is possible for them to do their best. They do their best to find you scholarships, and most recently we have had one of our student ambassadors who went to Poland, and she was not sure as a transfer student that she was going to be able to afford to go to Poland, but it is part of her studies. When she went into the Study Abroad office, she was offered a number of different scholarships, and she was able to actually study abroad in Poland over the summer. It was a fantastic experience for her, and she will never forget it, and she loves to share that experience with our incoming students. Now, here at UIC, we do offer some challenges over and above your regular curriculum as well. For a number of our students, one of those opportunities is the Honors Program. The Honors Program is home to about 1,500 of our students. These students do have access to the Honors College advisors. They have their very own portion of UIC where they can find a computer lab with printing. They also have a study lounge that's dedicated to support their academic goals. And they find that they have a faculty fellow here at UIC as well, someone who is already in that area of interest, someone who works here on staff, a faculty member who is teaching in the area of interest. So they can help guide them through not just the coursework, but also into their future endeavors. It's very nice to have that support. You will find that as a transfer student or as a current student, they are looking for individuals who have a grade point average of 3.4 or higher. So if you don't have that 3.4 now, you are more than welcome to go ahead and apply to the Honors College if you do get that once you've been here for a semester. So the Honors Program is available to all students who have a 3.4 GPA or higher. Now, this is Chicago's largest publicly funded university, and we utilize the city on a regular basis. We love going out into the city, and whether it be for coursework, for study, whether we're studying architecture or the city itself, or people, social activities, that kind of thing. We love to go out into the city and enjoy it on a regular basis as far as just casual interaction. Many of our students go out into the city and we enjoy the local neighborhoods. We are fortunate enough here at UIC to enjoy neighborhoods such as Pilsen, Chinatown, Greektown, and Little Italy, and our students go off into these areas on a regular basis, whether it be by bus or car, or we ride our bikes or walk into these areas. It's very, very easy to get to these areas, and it's nice to go out and enjoy the culture and the food and just some downtime with our friends. One of the best ways for our students to get around through Chicago is by using their U-Pass. As a full-time student, you will be given a U-Pass, which gives you a free ride on the CTA, which would be the CTA trains or the bus lines, so you can get around the city of Chicago at no extra charge. And if you get off at the wrong stop, not a big deal. You don't have to worry about having change or having the right amount of funds on your card. You automatically just get right back on. It's fantastic. Our students absolutely love having their U-Pass, and they utilize it on the regular basis. Now, for those of you that are interested in living here on campus, we do offer housing for up to 4,000 students in 10 of our residence halls. You can live on the south side, on the west side, or the east side of campus. Now, we do have floors specifically for transfer students, but we also have other floors available for different individuals, whether you're looking for a language floor, a nursing floor, perhaps you just want to be with, you want to have 3 or 4 roommates, or you just want to have an apartment on your own. We offer a lot of different opportunities for our students to live here on campus. Now on the west side of campus, they're located in the center of the medical district. There you will find many of our upper level program students residing, such as our nursing, pharmacy, and medical students, as well as our families live over there, and many of our freshmen. And the reason for that is it's very, very convenient for our students to be over on the west side because we have our own bus system. And that bus system does have a tracker system, so you don't have to wait out in the weather. You can actually keep an eye on where the bus is at and run out at the last minute. Very easy to get to the east side of campus where most of your classes will be. Now on the east side of campus, that is located where most of our classes take place, and where most of our professors have their offices. We also have Student Center East, and a lot of our other activities are held on the east side of campus. On the south side of campus, they are only 2 blocks south of the east campus. Very convenient to get to. You can walk there, you can ride the bus, you can take a cab, you can ride your bike. Very, very convenient for our students. There you'll find most of our transfer students live there, our honors college students live there, and we also have our athletes that live over there as well, because that's where our physical education building is. Okay. Now, as far as those of you that wish to commute, our Commuter Student Resource Center is your home away from home. It is fantastic. It is the place to go for in between classes, before and after classes. If you need anything or you need to stop by and just relax for a while, they have showers and lockers, and they have a kitchenette. You can go in and put your lunch in there in the morning and go in the afternoon and microwave your lunch and enjoy that meal. They have sofas and chairs and meeting space, computers, everything that you could possibly need. Also, they have CTA maps there. They also have apartment finding services. They hold a lot of special events for our commuter students all throughout the day because commuters are constantly coming and going. It's really a great place for our commuter students to spend some time. Now here at UIC, there is never a dull moment. There is always something going on. Part of the reason is because we have over 300 student organizations here on campus. Now, most of our students will start out by joining organizations that are related to their academic interests. They're their major. But we also have fraternities and sororities here. We do have 30 of them, and they don't have their own houses. However, you'll find that they are very, very active on campus. So they do a lot of volunteer work both on and off campus. Now, our organizations have what we call an involvement fair or a fun fair at the beginning of each semester, where they will all have a table, and you'll be able to walk around campus and view all of the different opportunities for yourself. Now, we have found that students that do join 1 or 2 organizations actually do better in their classes. And part of the reason is because when you become connected to an organization, you also become part of a community member. So you're part of the community. You belong here now. You also become connected to other individuals who have the same academic goals and interests as you. So they're almost like a little support group. They all have the same interests. That's fantastic. And very often these groups will bring in presenters or guest speakers who will discuss either what you're currently studying or your future endeavors. For example, our pre-law club brings in a professor from the John Marshall Law School who will speak to them about what it's like to be out there working in the world of law. And he will also practice with them the LSAT exam. So when the time comes for them to take that very important exam, they are ready for that. Now, we do have 2 recreation facilities here on campus. The first is on the west side. It is located on the west side of campus, right next to campus housing. It is our smaller recreation facility, but it's very, very convenient. Also on the east side of campus, which is directly across the street from the Student Center East. There at the east side recreation facility, you will find a leisure pool with a lazy river, a 42-foot rock climbing wall, a track and a 4-court gym, and a fitness floor that overlooks the downtown area. It is a wonderful facility, and it is free for all of our students to go into the facility and enjoy it as long as you have your ID. Also, they do offer classes such as yoga, Zumba, Pilates, water aerobics, cycling, all kinds of great classes. And if you're interested in sports, but you don't necessarily want to compete in sports, they do offer intramural sports clubs there as well. So you can go in at the beginning of the semester, sign up for an intramural sports club, and then every week enjoy that sport with other individuals who enjoy it as well. So it's a great way to get to know other individuals right off the bat. Now, if you are interested in competitive sports, of course, we do offer competitive sports here at UIC as well. We do offer 20 Division I sports clubs, so we are located in the Horizon League. We are known as the Flames. Our mascot is Sparky D. Dragon, number 1/2. We do have student booster clubs, so when you go to the games, you'll see us all sitting together cheering on our team. It's wonderful to be able to go to these games, and for our students, you get in with your ID for free to all of our home games. So plenty of entertainment to go around here at UIC. Now a little bit about admissions. Let's touch on the admissions process. Okay. Now we suggest that all of our transfer students begin their research at transfer.org, which is USelect. Okay. USelect is run by the state of Illinois. It has all of our Illinois community colleges in it. If you are coming in from out of state, you can go into USelect and you can choose to create a plan without equivalencies. Okay. Now USelect is a wonderful little guide that is great for our students to use, and we will actually use it when you come in to visit us as well. And what we do is we print out a plan for you to follow for the first year or two that you are actually in another college. And you can go into USelect and you can actually punch in all of your current classes or your classes that you've already taken, your previous classes, and see where you stand as far as transferring in. If you're interested in planning out your next semester and you want to know if a particular class is going to transfer over, you can go ahead and put in that course code, and then you can look at whether or not it has an equal here at UIC, whether it'll transfer in. So then that way you know you're planning out a schedule that will actually transfer to UIC. If you're coming in from an in-state community college, you can go in and create a plan with equivalencies, which is great because it actually shows you course by course what we recommend you have here at UIC in order to transfer in, and it will show you which course there at your community college you can take that will actually equal the course that we would like you to have. So our transfer guides on USelect are fantastic for our students to follow. Now, a little bit about how to get into UIC. For our transfer students, we have given you 2 application options. Okay, the first when you go onto the transfer to apply, what you'll see is you'll see 2 buttons actually. One will be a red button, a triangle or a rectangle that says apply now, and that is for the UIC web application. If you know that you just want to apply to UIC, this is ideal for students who just want to come to UIC and want to apply. It's a short application process. It's not as long and drawn out as the common application. It's perfect for our transfer students. It also has on there an optional personal statement. Now that personal statement may be optional on the UIC app. However, it's highly recommended that our students do complete that personal statement. Now, for those of you that would like to apply to more than one institution at the same time, we do offer our transfer students use of the common application. Okay, you can fill out the common application as well. And on the common application, there is a spot for a personal statement. That is required. Okay, that is a very general personal statement. You're going to answer a question. However, you will also, once you complete that common app, be prompted to complete a UIC supplemental application. Okay, on that supplemental application, there will be a spot for the personal statement. That personal statement is optional. However, it again is highly recommended by our colleges. It's a great way for you to basically let the college know why you want to go into that particular program and why you would be a good fit in their college. Also, we are looking for transcripts from any and all higher learning institutions. So even if you've attended a class way back when and you forgot about it, or if you've taken courses that maybe will not transfer into UIC, we will indeed require those transcripts. We do have to have those on file. Okay. We also require a $50 application fee. Now, for students who have a zero family contribution, you can print out our transfer form, our fee waiver form, on our forms page, and take that form to your financial aid advisor, either here or at your current college, and they can sign off on that, and we can actually waive your $50 fee. Okay. Now, for our transfer students, we are no longer concerned with what you've done in high school. So we do not need your ACT or your SAT scores. We do not need your high school information. All of that is in the past. You don't have to worry about that any longer. Now we are looking at your college transcripts, and because of this, most of our colleges will recommend that you have 24 credit hours of transferable credits completed at the time that you fill out your application, and 36 credit hours completed at the time that you actually enter into UIC. So we are assuming that you're in a full-time schedule while you're applying to come to UIC. Okay, now also, part of the reason that we require you to have these minimums is because we don't look at your high school transcripts any longer. We have to have something to base our decision on. Okay. We also will make sure that you are taking the required coursework. We want to know that you're going to fit into that program, and you must meet those minimum hours. Now, we also have our personal statement on the UIC application, which is optional, and letters of recommendation are optional. We can accept up to 2 letters of recommendation towards your application, okay? And those you would just either bring in or have them delivered to the Office of Admissions here at UIC. They're not required. You don't have to have them, but if you would like to include those, you are more than welcome to do so. Okay. Now, for our transfer students, we do offer you the opportunity to come in either in the spring or the fall. It's fantastic for you. If you would like to come in the spring, your deadline will be October 15th, and you will begin classes in January. Okay. Now, not all of our programs will allow for a spring semester, such as nursing. Some of our health science fields will only have fall admit only, so you want to keep an eye out for that too. Now, for those of you that are interested in coming in the fall, your deadline is March 31st. That means that we have to have your application and all of your supporting materials in by the 31st of March. You will begin classes by September. Okay. Now, a little bit about financing your education. Okay. Now, talk about tuition. Our average tuition rate here for in-state residents is about $15,000 a year. Okay. That is average. So when you go to our tuition webpage, what you will do is you will choose whether you are resident or non-resident. That means in-state or out-of-state. You will then choose your course of study on the drop-down menu, and when you do, a number will come up underneath that. That is your tuition rate per semester. So you need to double that in order to get your year's tuition. Okay. So some of our programs, the tuition rate is a little bit higher. Some it's a little bit lower. So it's important for you to check that tuition rate online. If you are coming in from out of state, your average tuition may be around $28,000 a year. Okay. Now we say that if you're interested in living here on campus, to add about another $10,000 onto that. Housing has a different range. It can range anywhere from $7,600 to about $11,000 a year, depending upon where you want to live, what side of campus, with how many other individuals, or if you want to live alone in an apartment. We have a lot of different options for our students. So that rate, the $10,000 rate for housing, is an average. Okay. Now we recommend that all of our students begin their process through FAFSA. That's FAFSA.ed.gov. It's free to apply for government aid, so we recommend that you start there. Also, our financial aid website at uic.edu, Department's Financial Aid, okay, or you can just do a search on UIC Financial Aid. If you go to their website, they have a whole lot of information there for you. So if you want to learn more about financial aid, that is the place to go. They give you definitions about the differences between grants and loans and waivers, and they talk about the different types of loans, subsidized, unsubsidized, personal, government. There is a lot of information out there, and we want to make sure that our students are very well informed when it comes to the financial aid process. Now, scholarships are something that you are automatically considered for as soon as you apply through your individual college. So in other words, our College of Engineering has their own set of scholarships. The College of Liberal Arts and Science has their own scholarships. Also, the Honors College has its own scholarships. Now, the Honors College does hold the majority of scholarships here at UIC, so if you are eligible with that 3.4 GPA to apply to the Honors College and you are interested in learning more about scholarships, I highly recommend that you do apply to the Honors College. Okay. Now, that you'll find is a separate application process. You do need to check that box on your application when you apply, and they will contact you through email and let you know what else they require of you. They do require an essay and a personal interview. Also, once you are a student here, you can then go to our Special Scholarships office, and there they can help you sort your way through some of the scholarships that they have available for you, and they can also help you write your personal statement, and they can help you with the application process. So they will make sure that you have as many scholarships available to you as possible. And of course, there's always the option to get a job either on or off campus through our Student Employment Office. If you go to our Student Employment Office, they will help guide you to their website. You register with them, you go to their website, and we have listings of all of the different job opportunities available both on and off campus. It's great to have an on-campus job for a number of different reasons. First of all, you're already here, so why not get a job and work here for a couple extra hours a day? Also, you're getting to know people here at UIC, so you're getting to know individuals. That's networking, very important for our students to be able to do that. And of course, we are going to be the first ones that understand that your college career comes first. So we will give you the time off that you need, whether you have a big paper due or you have a final exam coming up. We're very flexible in our hours, so it's really great to have an on-campus job if you have that opportunity. Now, I would like to talk to you a little bit about employment and career services here at UIC as well. We do want to make sure that our students do have access to as much opportunity as possible. Now, when you first come here to UIC, you will have access to the UIC Student Employment Office and the Office of Career Services. While you're here as an undergraduate student, the use of the Student Employment Office can include looking for a part-time job. They can help you with your resume. They can, help you with cover letters. They can help you fine-tune your interviewing skills, and they sponsor job fairs all throughout the year. So if you're interested in learning more about what jobs are available to you, or if you want to go out there and find a job right away, you're more than welcome to participate in their job fairs. Now, once you've been here for a while and you're getting closer to graduation, the UIC Office of Career Services is ideal. They actually help our students and recent graduates to prepare for a career development. So they help with your resume. Again, of course, you're going to have to rewrite. They help you with cover letters. They can help you with your interviewing techniques. They also help you find employment as far as employment opportunities, part-time that could possibly lead to full-time. They also go out into the city of Chicago and they promote our students. So they want to make sure that companies are aware that we have some wonderful graduating students and that they are available for interviewing. Once you have graduated, you are then invited to participate in the UIC Alumni Career Center, and you join the Illinois Alumni Association, and then you have access to their huge database of different jobs. So they help you with your resume again, because you've graduated, you've got perhaps work experience, additional experience. You want to keep up with your resume, make sure that it's current. Also, they can again help you with your interviewing skills and your letter writing, and they will help you with networking opportunities. They offer a lot of networking opportunities throughout the year. You can go in and meet other individuals who are alumni here at UIC and companies that are interested in hiring, and they give you career advising as well as other opportunities for you. Okay, so that is the end of that portion of the presentation. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Let me see, I do have one question that popped up here on the screen. Additional transcripts that were not submitted. I have a second college I attended that when combined will increase my cumulative GPA. Okay, we do require all transcripts. Any classes that are transferable, we will average your GPA together. Okay, so we'll average those classes together. Also, for those of you that are interested in learning about how we figure our GPA, let's say you didn't do well in a class and you retake a class, we will average, if it's transferable, we will average those two classes together. Okay, so that could possibly lower your GPA. Okay, we do, as I had mentioned earlier, require all transcripts. Okay, so even if you think that your transcript is not transferable or you don't want that to be part of your application, we do send out your information we run it through a database so we know which colleges you've attended, and your application will be incomplete unless we do have those transcripts in hand. And that is something that we will let you know if we're missing anything. We'll send you an email and let you know. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay. Well, I'll tell you, as as a transfer student myself, when I first transferred into UIC, I wanted to take advantage of as many opportunities as we had available here. Part of the reason that I came to UIC was because there was so much opportunity and so many different options for me. When I first came into UIC, I decided I was going to do research in the field of psychology. So I was able to connect with one of our graduate students, and we researched groupthink, you know, how groups think, how they influence each other, and I actually was able to help him put his data together. That was a very interesting project. You know, I wasn't really sure that I wanted to do research until I actually came in and experienced it, and it was a wonderful experience, and it's nice to be able to have that on your transcript. My second year, I was actually able to be a participant of the Lissori program. This is for the Liberal Arts and Science Undergraduate Research Initiative, and they actually paid me to do research. Yeah, even as an undergraduate, I got paid to do research here at UIC for my second year, and I did research in the field of police corruption in the city of Chicago. And I have actually been listed as a co-publisher on my professor's published works. So that is something else that I am able to list on my resume as experience. And it is something that hiring managers may be looking for, depending upon the field that you're interested in going into. Very often, you know, the employers are looking for individuals who know how to read that information, who can understand how this information is put together. They want to know that they have individuals who can actually go out there and do research if need be. So, you know, even though you may not currently be thinking about conducting research, it's something that once you get here, I would really like you to consider doing. Look into that a little bit. You know, it's very, very fun to do, and, you know, as I mentioned, there's just all different types of research that you can conduct here at UIC. And another issue that many of our transfer students will face is you know, the first semester is a very big transition for them. We want to make sure that you are comfortable here at UIC, and we want to make sure that you have access to as many different support programs as you possibly can. I encourage you to get in touch with at least one or two of these support programs while you're here and get to know some of these individuals that work in these programs, especially the Undergraduate Success Center. They are wonderful with helping students. We do have the African American Academic Network. We have the Latin American Resource and Educational Services. We have the Academic Center for Excellence, and all of these programs are great for our students to go in and, you know, just sit down and talk to a counselor, or, you know, some of them have tutoring, some of them have academic advisors. It's really good to get in touch with individuals who have worked with other transfer students here on campus as well. And as I mentioned, I do a lot of work with transfer students here at UIC, so you know, feel free to ask me questions if you have anything as far as, you know, what we're looking for. Now, our average GPA here at UIC is about a 3.1. So, you know, that'll give you an idea of, you know, the average student that's coming in here. Now, keep in mind that that means that about 25% of our students actually come in above that GPA, and about 25% of our students come in below that GPA. Now, when you're filling out your application, also keep in mind that we take a holistic view of our students. So everything that you submit to us is considered, okay? We're not just looking at the numbers. We're not just looking at, you know, your GPA. We're looking at your personal statement. If you have letters of recommendation, we consider those. We're looking at the types of classes that you've taken. Are you prepared for the program? That kind of thing, okay? How are your grades looking? Are they going up now? You know, are you really serious about school? So we do take a lot of different things into consideration when we are looking at our students. However, for our transfer students, you're somewhat limited because we don't look at your high school information anymore. So we're looking at what you've accomplished in college, basically. So personal statements can be very, very helpful when considering a student for transfer. Okay. Okay, also, many of our colleges will have a minimum grade point average of about a 2.5, and as I mentioned earlier, they do require, many of them will require 24 credit hours completed transferable in order to come in, or in order to apply to UIC, and 36 to come in. Okay. Okay, does anyone have any questions in regards to any specific programs, courses of study? I do want to make sure that you're all clear on the U-Select guide. That's transfer.org, O-R-G. Make sure, let me see if I can find that slide again. I'll go back a few pages here if I can. There it is, transfer.org, U-Select. We do utilize these plans all the time on a regular basis, so even when you come in to visit us, we will print out a plan for you. We'll go over that with you. You'll have a really good idea, even if you come in from out of state. Many of you will take general education courses at other universities or at other community colleges. Okay, they're pretty basic, so you'll know, a writing 101, a communications 101 is, our communications 161, which is required. General math classes, most calculus 1s will be our calculus 1 class. I can't say all of them are equal, but very often you'll have a pretty good idea. Now, we won't really know for sure, for those of you that are coming in from out of state, whether your credits will transfer over exactly until you actually apply. You have to apply and submit your transcript, and then your transcript will be evaluated. Okay, that is when you will know for sure which classes will come in under your degree. Okay, and once you are admitted, you will be able to go into what we call our portal, and you'll be able to see exactly which credits will transfer in as what class. Okay, and also on that portal, you will be able to check the status of your application. Okay. You'll be able to know whether or not you're missing any materials. Okay, so once you get through that application process, you'll be able to go in and view this portal, and we'll be able to let you know whether or not anything is missing. Once you've been admitted to UIC, you would then go into your portal again, and you would go down your checklist and go down the list and make sure that you have everything completed. Okay, so there's some questionnaires in there. You will also then fill out your intent to enroll, okay, and let us know that you do want to indeed, once you've been accepted, that you do indeed want to attend UIC. Once you've done that, we then put you into our database and make sure that you have access to the testing center. If you have any placement exams that you require, many of you will already have your English and math courses out of the way. Some of you may not. You may need to take a placement exam. Others, when it comes to languages, sometimes people will test out of a language or test into a higher level class. And that is when you would do that, and then once you complete your placement exams, you would then sign up for orientation. And on the day of orientation, that will be the first time that you will have the opportunity to sit down with your actual academic advisor within your particular college. And they will make sure that you have everything that you need, that you've taken all of the classes that you need for that semester. And they will keep you on track, and that is the individual that you will meet with on a regular basis to make sure that you are taking everything that you need. Okay, and as far as decisions are concerned, we say allow 4 to 6 weeks for a decision to be made. And now we do look at our applications on a rolling basis, which means as they come in, we take a look at them and we categorize them. Okay, the majority of our applications are held off until the deadline date, and that's when we consider most of our applications. So basically, we are looking at all of our apps at once. So we're comparing you to other individuals who are applying at that point in time as well. Okay, so it may take several weeks for us to actually get back to you. Also, please keep in mind that when you're submitting your applications and you're getting closer to deadline, we have thousands and thousands of pieces of paperwork that are coming in from other individuals, as well. So it does take us time to process that paperwork and get it into the system. So if you don't see it in the system right away when you go to check your portal, it could be that we do have it, but we just haven't entered it into the system right away. So you just need to keep checking on that, and of course you can always contact the Office of Admissions to find out what your status is, but it's easier to go onto the portal and just double check on there. Okay, and it's also important to keep in mind when you're applying that the different colleges do have different requirements. So you want to do a little bit of research on the particular college that you want to go into, whether that be applied health sciences, engineering, liberal arts and science, business, and make sure that you're on the right track and that you know exactly what you need to submit to us. The College of Nursing has supplemental materials that are required, as does the College of Architecture. So make sure that you're on track with them. We also have available coming up in February a preview day, which all of our colleges, our undergraduate colleges, will be available for students to come in and talk to them. They will have breakout sessions, so you'll be able to actually view a presentation. And we do these preview days once or twice a semester, so they're usually on a Saturday. They run from about 9 to 12. A great opportunity for students to come in and learn more about the particular college that they're interested in. Okay, and then once a semester we hold an open house, which is on a Saturday as well. So keep an eye out on the campus visit calendar. We do have transfer sessions on Fridays at 11:30. If you have the opportunity to visit us on a Friday around 11:30, feel free to sign up for that on our campus visit webpage. And we have daily visits at 10 a.m., which is for everyone. And you can sign up for those on our campus visit webpage as well under the calendar portion. Now the transfer sessions are going to be pretty much what you just saw here, except it will include about a 45-minute walking tour of the east side of campus, and that's where most of our students spend much of their time. You'll have the opportunity to view the library, some classrooms, the recreation center, housing, so you'll actually get to go in and view a room. You'll be able to see where your professor's offices are. You'll be able to get an idea of where our students spend their time. Student Center East, the Commuter Student Center, Resource Center, the cafeteria. You'll be able to view all of these areas when you come for a visit. So again, that's for transfer students. We do hold a special session at 11:30 on Fridays, and you can check our campus visit webpage for that. And one other thing that I would like to mention, for those of you that are interested in applying to the Honors College, as I had mentioned during the presentation, the Honors College requires a minimum GPA of a 3.4 or higher. They do have a separate application process. What you would do is you would check off the box for Honors College on your application. They will contact you separately. They will require a written essay, and they will also require an interview session. So that is separate for our students. You do get a lot of extra perks from the Honors College. As I mentioned, they hold the highest number of scholarships available, and you can check out their webpage, or you can do a search on UIC Honors College, and you'll be able to see all of their scholarships on their page to get an idea of what it is that they offer. They do have faculty fellows. They have their own advisors there that can help you get through your classes, make sure that you're taking the right classes. They have a lot of extra perks for their students as far as the Honors College students are concerned. Okay. One important question that students do ask is that they want to know more about is about official transcripts. Now, what do we mean by official transcripts? That means a transcript that comes directly from your other college that is unopened. It's signed and sealed by them. Okay, it can be sent directly by them, or it can be sent through parchment. If you are in one of the city colleges, they use parchment quite often. Or they can mail it to you, and you can bring it into us in an unopened envelope. Make sure you don't open that up. That would be an official transcript. Okay. Okay. Another question that's commonly asked are about letters of recommendation. Again, we don't require those. You can submit up to 2 letters of recommendation if you would like to. They can come from another professor. They can come from someone that you've worked for. Perhaps you've volunteered in the local community, and you have someone that you've worked for in the volunteer service. Anyone who can attest to the fact that you would be an ideal student for that particular college. It would be helpful if you have one. Don't need it though, it's not required, and it's not going to, if you don't have them, it's not going to, you're not going to look bad. You're going to have a good application anyway. Application fee waivers, as I had mentioned, the fee waiver is found on the UIC Forms page. If you have a 0 family contribution, you are more than welcome to fill out the fee waiver form, and that will waive you a $50 application fee. Okay. Also keep in mind that certain programs are fall admit only, so you want to keep in touch with those programs such as nursing and nutrition. Make sure that you are aware of when the deadline date is for each of these. Some of them require supplemental materials. It's very important that you make sure that you are keeping in touch with them and you know exactly what's required. Our nursing program does offer information sessions as well, and they do show up for our preview days, so if you have the opportunity to visit us on one of those Saturdays, you're more than welcome to come in and join us. We do, throughout the semester, we do offer Saturday just information sessions that you can come to as well, and those we will offer you the tour, the 45-minute walking tour as well, in addition to an admissions presentation.
He's a new guy on days. I think he's been around about 7 years. I met him a couple months ago.
And again, our next deadline is March 31st. If you would like to apply for fall of 2014, your deadline is March 31st. That means everything needs to be submitted to us by that date. So that is your application, that is your application fee or your fee waiver, and that also includes any and all higher learning institution transcripts, okay, and they have to be official transcripts. So make sure that you will have all of that available for us to review by the 31st of March.
That automatically adjust the light level. Okay, that's adjust the light. So that if there's too much light, you normally look like you're dark. Here it's just it will adjust so that you can physically see the person.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? I'm more than happy to answer.
Avoid that sound. Avoid that sound. And it's always interesting to see the people going out versus people coming in. Right?
Yeah, you want to see where they're coming out, but they're coming in or not. You want to see where they're coming out.
Right.
Now, the people sitting there, you got to, if they're going to put this, address this. All of that.
Okay, also, if you are interested in speaking to someone over the phone, please feel free to call our Office of Admissions. We do have counselors that are available throughout the day from 8:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening. We can answer a majority of your questions over the phone. That is what we're here for. We want to make sure that you are well informed, that you have all the information that you need to successfully apply to UIC.
Yeah, because if you can calculate meanings and also telecom, you know what?
Okay, and again, keep in mind that when you are applying to UIC, as a transfer student, we are no longer concerned with your ACT or your SAT scores. We do not need your high school transcripts. We are looking at your college experience, and because of this, most of our colleges will recommend that you have 24 transferable credit hours completed at the time that you apply to UIC, and 36 at the time that you enter in to UIC. Okay, and also we get a lot of questions about scholarships. I also want to make it clear that even though we do offer scholarships when you do apply to UIC, there's a lot of different ways out there to find different scholarships. I actually found one in my local newspaper. I went out to the bookstore, like Barnes & Noble, I believe it was, and they have books on different types of scholarships that are available to you, and they had website links that you could go to. There's also CapEx and FastWeb.com that you can go to, and you sign up with them, and they send you emails about different scholarships as they come available. Of course, scholarships are everywhere. Sometimes places of employment will offer scholarships. Phi Theta Kappa has a scholarship or two that you can, if you're a member of Phi Theta Kappa, you can apply for that. So you may want to check out their website. I know that they've got their details up there on who can apply for it. Scholarships are really everywhere. It's just important that you keep your eyes open for scholarships if you're really interested in learning more about them. You can also do a search on our financial aid webpage. There's a lot of information on there in regards to scholarships. And then once you're a student, some of our support programs may offer scholarships. They send out emails from time to time about different opportunities for you. As you know, of course, like I said, Honors College has a lot. But it's really important that students who are interested in scholarships do take the time to look around for them. They can be at times time consuming. Sometimes the applications are a little bit longer, but it is well worth it. Definitely, if you can, earn a little bit of money through scholarships, it's well worth it in the end to take the time to write that personal statement, or you get your letters of recommendation or whatever that may be. And also, if you can volunteer, that looks good as well. We have a lot of different opportunities for students to be involved in local activities. And as I had mentioned, we do have the 30 fraternities and sororities that do a lot of volunteer work in the area. And many of our organizations will do volunteer work as well. You'll see our students out at different events such as the Hot Chocolate Run, Bears games. It's really fun for them, and it's a great experience for them. And it's a good opportunity for our students to get out there and meet other individuals as well. So there is a lot to do here at UIC. When I first transferred in, I transferred in as an older adult returning student. I wasn't so sure exactly what I was going to experience here, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to come here to UIC. The opportunity is abound. It is everywhere. It's just a matter of going out there and reaching out for it. That's one of the most important things for our students. We have the support services in place. We have people to help you. We are more than happy to help you with whatever you need. Sometimes you just need to ask for that help. Don't be shy. We're there for you. Okay, so if anybody has any other questions, we'll be happy to answer those. We will be online for the next few hours. Here at UIC, we have a number of different counselors that are available for you. My session is just about over, so if anybody has any questions for me, please feel free to type those in. We have a quiet group today. Come on, guys, there's got to be a question or two out there. Well, hopefully I was able to answer all of your questions then. Feel free to give us a call if you have anything that comes up, should you be in the middle of the application process, or you want to know about transferring in, USelect, any of that. Make sure that you do keep in touch with us. We're, like I said, more than happy to help you. Okay, thank you all for being here today. That is the end of my portion of the presentation. Have a wonderful day.